Boom, boom, blim, boom, blim. Oh shit. Beep. Beep. Welcome back once again to Grandia 2. Last time we fought the Eye of Valmar, as well as the Claws of Valmar, and now we are stranded on a coral reef because Elena got seasick. And Ryudo and Elena had a heartfelt talk. They might be catching feelings for each other, but we don't know yet. But the high tide came in, and the wind might be coming up on the granite cliffs, so we need to make our way back. But then the game crashed, so I ended up having to redo this boss fight, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. These things happen. So, now we get to redo this boss fight, which kind of sucks. Fight these feathermuckers.
Come, O cleansing flame, to purify.
Yeah, I'm back. So the game crashed at the end of this boss fight, so I have to redo it. I had to take a quick nap and get some food. And now she's taking a nap,
Wait.
so now I don't have to worry about it. This game is really fucking loud in my ears. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, you can have another explosion.
How about this?
You have to fight these stupid scorpions again. I mean, they're not a hard boss, so it's not big. What a waste. So, I ended up only going back to the last save point, which was just before this boss fight. So it's not that far back, but it still sucks.
Come, O cleansing flame, to purify.
The power of the sun. mean, we're a little overpowered at this point, but it's fine.
Ice.
But yeah, we didn't move too far back. We only lost like maybe 12 minutes. And it was just this fight.
Fireball!
Just wait until we get Meteor Strike. Then we just pull fucking meteors out of the sky and shit. It's crazy.
Lotus flower. Bloom.
These fangs!
But yeah, still love Merrick. He's my favorite character. Right up there next to
Cleansing
Ryudo.
flame to purify.
Because Ryudo goes through some serious character development from the start. I think it's interesting that the sound effects change sometimes. Each time I use this attack. I'm not sure why it does that, but it just does that. Well, that's one.
Lotus flower. Bloom.
We got another
Practice
minute.
if you want to beat me.
Okay, we didn't crash this time. Sweet. Now we can get back to Captain Bacala on the 50-50. You made it back just in time. The wind be blowing just right now. I could give a damn about the wind. Why the hell didn't you tell us about the killer eggs? Killer what? Was your breakfast messing with you, lad? You look no worse for the wear. This is coming out of your tip. Now, be fair, lad. I've never put ashore here myself, and we wouldn't be here now if it weren't for your young lady there. In any case, prepare to shove off. Now we're back on the 50-50. And now we get to go through one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. Now we're approaching the Grandia Cliffs on the boat. There's a big old crack in the world, and it's swallowing all the water. With this wind, we be bound for success. Maybe you should clue the rest of us in here, Captain. What the hell are you talking about? Some days there be a strong updraft from the Grandia Cliffs. That's what we got now. We spread the ship's sails to catch the updrafts, and we glide across the Grandia Cliffs like a wee little fairy. But if we do not make it across... That's why I made you work so hard. It was an air pump. We release the compressed air and fly. Don't just stand there. You'll get knocked off. Who's going to steer this death trap? You got barnacles for brains, lad. Think what happens when the ship flies. We get to the other side and blammo! It's sink or swim. That's why she's called the 50-50. Ugh! Yeah, here we go. Look at this cool ass boat. That cutscene made me laugh so hard when I was younger. Home. Ryudo, is something the matter? How long before we arrive at Garland? What is wrong with you, Ryudo? You do not seem pleased to see your home again. If I weren't looking for the divine sword, I'd never go home. Ryudo. I don't even want to go home to that miserable place. Why is that? It is your hometown. The village was created to protect an idol. They worshipped it, built it a shrine. Idol? To protect the idol, we train as swordsmen, aiming to purify our souls and resist evil. That was the idea, anyway. Until my brother messed everything up. What exactly? Eek! What is it, Sky? Ryudo. There. I see it. Yeah, I see it too, Sky. Well, Elena, there it is. Garland. I want to know how the fuck Melphus got back to this shithole. I mean, probably. He probably just ran across the water because he's just that pimpin'. Thank you very much. I think I have finally become used to sea travel. This time I did not even mind the rolling and swaying. Anyway, I never even imagined that we could fly across the Grana Cliffs. Truly a most remarkable idea. Aye, the odds were against us, but we made it. Now the ship be needing repairs aplenty. Captain Bacala, thanks again. Don't mention it. I'll be in port a while. When you be done with your business, we're all yours. Nothing's changed. Everything's just as I remember it. What a quiet village. It seems so terribly sad. It's been like that for a while. Hey! It's Ryudo! What the hell is that slimeball doing back here? I see you are hated here, Ryudo. Tio, that is a terrible thing to say. But, Ryudo, what is going on? To the general store. We're gonna buy stuff. Oh, a customer. Oh, it's you, Ryudo. What do you want? Ooh, do I want the increased defense or increased move speed? I think I'll go with defense because Melphus is a pain in the ass. all my money back. Kind of. It's a whole situation. If you want to watch the VOD, it'll be up on the YouTube channel in my links. Get some rest. Probably. Get out! Yeah, that's right. Beat it! Well, if it isn't the outcast himself, why are you here, Ryudo? You know you're not wanted. You don't belong here. I wish I could welcome you home, Ryudo, but the scars of the past are still too fresh and have yet to heal. Ryudo, you are no longer welcome here. We desire to forget what happened here. We desire to forget you and your brother. Now leave. Leave this village. Melphis is here. I can feel it. Melphis? Where? Haven't you two brought us enough misfortune? Don't bother. I'm leaving as soon as I finish my business here. Very well, then leave the village in peace. But I must beseech you, bring no more misery upon us. Step 1 inch out of line and you'll pay. You and your good-for-nothing brother. How horrible. None of this could be Ryudo's fault. It was Melphis who caused the trouble here, right? Save it, Elena. We do what we came here to do, and we leave. Ryudo, why do they treat you in such a manner? Beats me. But this is your home. What could possibly have happened here that would make everyone treat you like an outcast? Not worth repeating. Stop prying. Have you any suspicions as to where your brother may be, Ryudo? My old house. We begin there. This was our house. Ryudo. There are other places to take the hunt. Meet with us at the inn. Come, Tio. I see you standing there, Gata. You're not slick. I see your silhouette, boy. My brother was always better with the blade than anyone else. He would have been a great sword master. How did he come, then, to be possessed by Valmar? You don't understand. Melphis did it to himself. Everything. Ugh! To the inn. Merrick waits, and Melphis will be found soon enough. Ryudo! You really think you can kill Melphis? Your own brother? I have no brother. Melphis is a demon, and I will kill him! You ran before. How do you expect to deal with him now, especially if he's a demon? No, I'll do it. I'll kill him myself! I'll be sure to inform the chief of your bravado. Stop it, Ryudo. Hiya! Just fucking super deflects his fucking sword. Damn it! If you hadn't run away, if you'd only fought with me back then, everything would be different. Perhaps. But this is the now, and you have no hope of defeating Melphis. And even if you could, it would not unbend a single blade of grass in this cursed town. Sir, he's right, you know. This village has been beaten, shamed. Just the mention of Melphis' name is enough to make us cower in defeat. When the village's greatest swordsman became possessed, we lost not only our sword of justice, but the ideals it stood for. Village of swordsmen, bah! Justice is something that cannot be stolen. It exists in your heart. Ideals can never be lost if you believe in them. Bah! What the hell do you know? Go. Ryudo waits. Ryudo, why did you come back? For what possible reason do you return? Get out of here soon. So, you want to stay, you damn pariah? Merrig, how did it go? The scent of Melphis hangs heavy in the air. He is in this village. Of this I am certain. Melphis? You brought Melphis here? Ryudo has nothing to do with Melphis being here. Why must you persecute him? What has he done? This village is doomed, I fear. Our destruction is at hand. Why do you say this? Elena, forget about it. I do not understand. These are a warrior people bound to the blade. Why then do they permit another to trample them underfoot as so many stones along a path? Merrig, their wounds do not pierce their flesh, but rather their hearts. I'll let you stay tonight, but you better leave in the morning. Time for Ryudo lore.
I wonder what happened to Ryudo here. Is this really where he grew up?
Miss, do you really want to know what happened to Ryudo?
Who are you?
It does not matter. Do not look outside. Look and I will leave. One more thing. Do not repeat this to anyone. Understand?
All right. Just tell me, what happened?
Known as the Village of Swordsmen, this is where men came to polish their skills and pursue the way of the sword. Melphis and Ryudo were raised by the village chief after they lost their parents when they were young. The two began combat training and soon showed incredible progress. Melphis in particular became the greatest swordsman the village had ever seen.
Here we go, Ryudo. Ha! Not even close.
Ryudo spent all day, every day, practicing with his best friend, Gata. Melphis was admired for being the strongest swordsman in the village. Eventually, Melphis became engaged to the village chief's daughter, Rena.
What are you doing,
The
step bro?
good-natured Rena was already like a sister to Ryudo.
Like this sword without a cloud,
Like this blade, pure and true.
we shall become swordsmen, strong of heart.
Then, one day, a terrible storm beset the village. From the altar of the idol came an unusual rumbling. The idol was a sword of such terrible power that it could only be wielded by the most powerful swordsman in the world. The sword was believed to protect the village from harm. Rena went to the altar to quiet the angry idol. The villagers waited for Rena to return safely, but hope as they might, the strange rumblings did not cease. No one knew what happened to Rena. Thus began a terrible tragedy. When Rena did not come back, the worried village chief sent Melphis and a few other villagers to investigate. Yet the storm and rumblings only grew worse. Ryudo silently trailed Melphis. And witnessed
Malphus! Rena! Malphus! It can't be. No. What? Melphis? How could you?
Ryudo wept at the side of the dead Rena. Her body lay, as it were, impaled upon the sword of Melphis. The villagers searched the island, but found neither hide nor hair of Melphis. Murderer, idol thief. This is how Melphis was now known. Because of his brother, Ryudo could no longer live in the village. So he came to live as a geohound. That was about 3 years ago.
So up until now, Ryudo has lived bearing his own sorrow like that.
Betrayed by the brother he trusted most, he became leery of ever trusting anyone again.
That looks like a
Must have
very
been
uncomfortable
hard.
chair.
Being driven into exile, living all alone. The poor thing.
Your understanding that will make it all much easier on him.
Thanks, Sky. That's it. Grail Mountain. We're going to Grail Mountain. Melphis has got to be there. Then let us move with the silence and certainty of day passing to dusk. You're going to Grail Mountain? It's become so ugly that no one goes there anymore. We'll go to the place where the horns of Valmar are sealed, and then we'll settle this. How horrible. What is all this? A sign and a warning from the horns of No, Melphis. My village was left as such. I fear what may happen should Melphis find what he seeks, for there is murder in his purpose. Melphis must not have control of that power. We must stop him. Ryudo. What are you doing here, Gata? Ryudo, this was on the door of your old house. Wait at the plateau of memories. Melphis. Melphis must be stopped, Ryudo. You must do this for me. You must kill him. We are all in danger while he still lives. He spread this madness for far too long, and you're the only one who can defeat him. Bye. Alright. Bruh, that's some bullshit.
How about this?
Oh, he moved too far away. What a bastard.
Oh, holy tongues of fire!
Burn, baby, burn.
Threat eliminated.
Oh.
cover. Oh, holy thunder.
These guys were no real challenge.
Bruh.
White.
Oh, hidden wind of heaven, become my blade!
Rise, O flame! Gotta work even harder. Wind speed 0120.
Oh, blade of wind, pierce my enemies!
How about this?
Nice.
Nothing withstands my
Silver.
How about this?
That should kill them all. Nice.
These guys were no real challenge. How about this?
What's up, Corey?
You picked on the wrong people.
You missed one of my favorite cutscenes. It's super funny to me, at least. Yeah, they're basically in a ship, and they're flying over the Grandia cliffs, which is like a huge cliffside covered in water, and it's like all pouring into it, and they're on a boat, and they fly over, and then they fall. And for like 2 seconds, you think that's it, and then they fly up and over. But like even the music slows down and goes, makes it even funnier.
Please, take this.
That's hilarious. You'll have to watch the VOD, or I'll have to clip it later.
Oh,
But yeah,
holy
we're in a
tongues
town
of
where
fire!
Ryudo is very hated. So, yeah, it's a whole
I pray that he
thing.
shall be safe ahead.
And now we're gonna go fight his brother. But that's a little bit later. How's it going? I'm doing pretty okay. Just got over the Grandia Cliffs, and now I'm dealing with this madness. But we're climbing Grail Mountain to go fight our brother. Because he's a bastard. And deserves to die. It's a whole thing.
O blade of wind, pierce my enemy.
Fireball!
But for now, we're killing everything on the mountain before we go anywhere.
Silver.
And I mean, earlier this morning I had a 4.5-hour stream. I beat a boss, and then the game crashed. So I had to fight the boss again. But I didn't lose that much progress.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
But yeah, right now we're just killing every monster up here. And then moving on to the next area. Because if we kill everything, we'll be strong enough to fight the next boss. Rude. Man, Ryudo's taking a beating over there. yeah, for the most part, it's been a pretty good day.
Rise, O flame!
She beat him to the punch.
How about this?
But the other two will die. Oh, nope, not quite. Bonk.
Gotta work even harder.
Love these gremlin-ass trees.
Please, take this.
Just get rid of these fuckers.
Rise, O flame!
Die. Some of these enemies
pray
are
that we
just
shall be
real
safe
quick and
ahead.
easy to kill, but some of them are going to take a while. Because I am trying to increase my spells and whatnot. Preferably, I'd like to max out all the eggs. Oh, I can power stuff up again. Alright. For fuck's sake, stop surprising me. Yeah, I had like a almost 5-hour stream this morning, and now that Eileen's taking a nap, I'm gonna probably do this until she wakes up. I'm out of MP. That's not very nice. Fucking death loss.
Lotus flower, bloom. Oh, holy thunder.
Yeah, relatives were visiting for the whole week, so I didn't really get to stream a whole lot, but I did stream when I could. I finished Final Fantasy X and Sekiro, so now I'm playing Grandia 2. And once Grandia 2's over, I'm gonna move over to Dark Souls, probably.
Nothing withstands my blade.
Hey, I wasn't surprised this time.
Please, take this. Oh, holy thunder.
I really enjoy the combat system and storytelling on this one, because there's a lot to love about this game. Like, it's got the anti-religion, it's got the question everything, don't let authority
Rise, old
figures
flame.
tell you exactly what's going on because you can't really believe them. Confronting past traumas in childhood, orphan. It's all sorts of fun stuff. Merrick almost fucking died. That's a problem. I need to heal my people. Comparing it to other JRPGs that I've played, I'd say that this one has a fairly solid storyline for the time that it came out. It's pretty graphic despite how it looks. Like, it deals with, you know, demonic possession, dealing with survivor's guilt. They deal with a lot of really heavy stuff in this game. I'm surprised this came out in 2000 because of how dark it is. But it's a really good game. And I mean, I found it at a pawn shop for $1. That was my introduction to this game. And it's been a great game. I keep replaying it because it's got a really good, touching story. You watch the characters grow as people throughout the whole campaign. I think the biggest glow up is definitely Ryudo, because he goes from being a cynical asshole to being like an actual likable character. And he's not just an asshole the whole time. I love this battle system. I really wish more games played it this way, because it is an initiative-based, turn-based game. So basically you have a stat that lets you increase how fast you get to actually do your moves, and the stronger you get, the faster your moves become. The more you use high-powered special moves, the slower the bar moves, so you can't just spam the strategy of just doing one thing over and over and over again and hoping that you get what you want. Like, you actually have to plan and strategize around what you have. For the lesser enemies, it's not as hard to strategize around, but it's definitely interesting to try and strategize around each character's strengths and weaknesses. I like that you can buy your way through spells, so if you grind enough, you can just get high-powered spells early. Same with really strong abilities. If you choose to grind in a spot for a long time, you don't have to. You can if you want. But what I've been doing is I've just been killing every monster in the area and then just moving on. And I am still technically over-leveled for where I'm at. Not terribly so, but I am still over-leveled for where I'm at. Because right now I'm supposed to be like level 27, I think, and I'm like level 34, 35 now. And all I've been doing is just making sure I get everything.
I pray that we shall be safe ahead.
It does get tougher later in the game, but the combat system is very interesting because you have the ability to upgrade your attack speeds. So now that Tenseiken Slash is maxed out, it's almost instant once you actually use it. Same with all of her abilities, his abilities, and her abilities. And then you've got the eggs. Each one has its own attribute that it specializes in. The Chaos Egg is mostly fire magic and fire-based magic. And then the Gravity Egg is mostly earth and fire spells. The Mist Egg is mostly water and wind spells. The Soul Egg is all about, you know, wind and cold spells. And the Holy Egg is about healing and gravity. So water and earth spells. And then you've got books that increase your stats or capabilities. Like, there's so many good things about how this game does stuff. And if we were to go back to something similar to this, I would love this to get the Final Fantasy VII treatment. There's just so much good in this game. And later on in the game, you can actually spend your extra coins that you have, once everything's maxed out and upgraded, to buy seeds to increase your stats. And there's no limit on how many of those you can buy. And each character has 6 stats that are correspondent with each thing. Strength, obviously, is your physical attack. Your vitality is how much damage you can take. Your agility is how fast you move on the actual initiative bar. Your speed is how fast you move across the street. Your magic is how much magic potential damage you can output, and your mentality is how much damage you can receive from magic. And then you've got all these resistances that you can have throughout the game. It's all sorts of fun stuff. And you can have your white mage be your actual damage dealer, like I have, with Elena being my main damage output because she's got the highest magic output. Just, there's so much going on. And then you've got the capabilities to turn on AIs for each character. Like, you've got so many things that you can do. You've got Playfair, which just is mostly normal attacks and healing when people get low. Go Wild is exactly what it sounds like. Each one has its own thing. And then you have one that's literally just each own. Each character will act with their personality. And I think that that's great. I love this game. And I've been playing it since I was very little. I think I was like 9 when I played this the first time. And it's been a blast every step of the way. And it deals with some really heavy topics. So, I think it's a great game. I would recommend it if people were asking me for JRPG suggestions. Like, this would be the one that I would recommend. Like, I mean, yeah, I would also recommend, like, Final Fantasy X, but that's also because I've played that every year for the past, 15 some odd years.
Please, take this.
Plus, the sound score in this game is really good.
Oh, holy thunder.
The animations for the magic attacks are pretty solid for the era, because this was released in 2000, right around the time Final Fantasy X came out. But this was on the Dreamcast. And then it had a port for the PS2, and then it got HD remastered to PC and
I
Switch,
pray that we shall be safe ahead.
which I was never expecting to happen. So when it did happen, I jumped at the opportunity to buy this game. Because I grew up with this. And I wanted to see what the HD remaster was going to do to hold it up. Basically nothing. Nothing has really changed. It made the frames per second a little bit faster. It's been almost 25 years since this game came out. It's an old game.
Oh, holy
And
tongues
honestly,
of fire!
I'd say it still holds up. If this got the Final Fantasy VII treatment and got like
I
that
pray that we shall be
huge
safe
boost
ahead.
in graphics, I think people would really enjoy it. Like, I know this is considered the HD remaster, but it's not really a remaster. They barely changed anything. But compared to how it ran on the PS2, this is a lot better. So on the PS2, it was having some serious issues. Like, it would play music that wasn't on the disc, it would make, like, graphical issues, it would be weirdly loud at times. But in general, like, for the most part, this game still holds up really well. And I mean, the voice acting, when there is voice acting, is great. And then you've got players coming into your party for a short time and then leaving, and then you've got players leaving and then coming back, and then you've got a whole lot of story elements going on, and everybody grows as the game progresses. Like, Tio, right now, is an automata. She basically has no emotions, no feeling whatsoever, is very robotic 90% of the time. But as she goes, she gradually learns what it is to be human, and she grows a personality and, like, a soul. And Elena, who used to be a super pious devotee of Granis, gradually embraces the bigger world and the bigger picture. And Ryudo is going through his character art right now, and Merrick will get to his later. We just finished up Rowan's. So there's, like, a lot of good going on in this game. And the writing is really well done for, like, a side game. This was back when Ubisoft was the Rainbow Unibrow, as I called it. Which now it is not that.
Oh, holy tongues of fire!
Ooh, they're resistant to fire. Okay. They're not resistant to explosions, though.
How about this?
That's what I thought. Blow up the snakes.
You picked on the wrong people.
I will be right back. I'm back. She's very grumpy. Hello, welcome in. She woke up grumpy, so she goes back to bed.
Please, take this.
She'll be ready soon. If it was warmer,
Rise,
we'd
old
just go to
flame.
the park. But it's not quite warm enough
I
for the
pray
park.
that we shall be safe ahead. Please, take this. Oh, holy tongues of fire!
Just set the trees on fire. Easy fight.
I pray that we shall be safe ahead.
Alright. Dark armor. I think we'll give that to Ryudo. Oh, I can power stuff up. Okay. Man, it really doesn't want to give me that Gad Zap. Well, it kind of depends. So I'm playing on hard because I know this game really well. But yeah, for the most part, it's a pretty straightforward game. You don't have to go like super grindy. If you just kill every enemy just once in the area, you'll be way over leveled by the time you get to the late game areas.
Please, take this.
Some of it is story driven,
How about
but for the parts that aren't like story driven combat, you have to choose those areas. You can always choose how you
Oh,
do your
holy
battles.
tongues of fire!
You can interact with however many area enemies you want and then grind later,
pray
or
that
you
we
can
shall be
grind
safe
early
ahead.
and then just kind of cruise until late game. It all just depends. I'd say there are some story bosses that are harder than others, but I wouldn't say that there's any that are, you know, particularly terrible, that are like no fun to fight. There is a scripted loss, but there's no losses that are like end of the world, like you can't beat this no matter how hard you try level garbage. And I've had my fair share of those kinds of games.
Oh, lightning, lend us your power.
But yeah, for the most part, this game is just fantastic. It's a good balance of combat
Pray
and
that we shall be
cutscenes
safe ahead.
without like super challenging areas that are hard to navigate. Except for a couple. There are like 2 or 3 areas that are extremely difficult when it comes to the elements that make them challenging. Like when you revisit an area later in the game, it becomes significantly more difficult.
Fireball!
But yeah, for the most part, this game is fantastic. I'd say, like, if you wanted to spend the money to play it on Steam and play through the story yourself, I would highly recommend it. Because it is a very, very good experience. And I have a blast every time I play through this game.
Rise, O flame!
Right, they're resistant to fire. I forgot about that. On the plus side, there's only 2 scripted losses in the entire game. One of which is like at the very beginning, early on of the game. And the second one is like way later, like probably a third of the way through the game. And then after that, you don't have any more scripted losses. After that, it is just you versus the boss. But the scripted losses are very story driven, and they don't make you feel super bad for losing. But this game also really incentivizes exploration. And there's a couple mini games in this game, and most of them are fun. There's a few that I would wish were a little bit easier or more manageable, I suppose. But the prizes that come from some of those mini games are really good. Like, I think I'm still equipped with the sword that I got from the arm wrestling mini game like 6 hours ago.
Please, take this.
He's not having a good time. Very grumpy child. But yes, I would highly recommend this game. This game is very fun.
Oh, holy thunder.
I'd say Grandia 1 is a significantly larger amount of grind fest because of how that game's magic system is. Because the magic system in Grandia 1 is basically, the more you use a spell type, the more powerful it becomes, and then the more access to certain spells and abilities you get. But you have to actually use them, and the more you use the lower level spells, the less, how do I phrase that? The more you use certain spells and abilities, the less potent they are at giving, XP. Damn, Death lost 3? That's crazy. But of all the
Wind
JRPGs
speed
I've played,
0120.
I only seem to be playing the ones that get like super dark and heavy. Like Grandia 2, Final Fantasy X,
Threat eliminated.
10-2. What was another good one? Dragon Warrior 3, I think. What that one was? I don't remember specifically which one it was, but Grandia 2 can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing with it. Because I will say that there are some bosses that are significantly more difficult if you don't know how to strategize around.
Please, take this.
Like one of the very late bosses, if you are under-leveled or under-prepared for, you're kind of trapped and you're locked in for the rest of the time. but it is one of the
holy
later
thunder.
bosses, so if you're not, like, I think it's level 45 by the time you get there, you can't back out after you get to that spot. Get paralyzed, nerd.
Silver.
What's another one that I played recently that was really good? I have to check my Steam.
These guys were no real challenge.
I mean, Nier Automata was pretty solid. I really enjoyed that one. The combat was a little janky at times, but it was a very, very solid game. What was the other one? I don't know. The other JRPGs are slipping my mind. But I know I've played quite a few. The Xenoblade series, all 3 games are pretty solid. Although Xenoblade 2 I'm a little bit iffy to recommend to players. Not because it's bad, but just kind of because of the stuff it caters to is kind of the issue I've got with it. I know you did, Corey. I 100% did Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2. But I just couldn't get behind the gotcha aspect of Xenoblade 2. This wasn't my thing. Yes, 100%. I think Final Fantasy X, even before its upgrades and all that, it is still a very compelling story.
Threat eliminated.
And there's so much to love about Final Fantasy X. And I mean, after 100%ing it, I felt kind of sad because I was like, well, man, like it's over now. I beat the game to its max capacity. I maxed out all everyone's stats. I beat all the super bosses. I think even after Grandia 2, I can always come back and play it again because, like, it's a very unique story experience. Because, like, there's a spoiler that happens later on that devastated me as a kid. Because it was very sad. It was a very depressing situation that ends up happening later. And I'll get there in probably like another 14 hours about. But yeah, I think Final Fantasy X is a blast, and I would recommend it to anybody who's a huge fan of JRPGs and turn-based combat systems.
You picked on the wrong people.
I mean, even if you don't like the minigame portion of it, I totally understand. Because, like, the minigame portion is super grindy. Alright, I think this is where I'm going to have to stop for now. Because she is very much awake and she is very much grumpy. So I will probably end up playing this in probably another 5 hours or so. We'll see. Until then, later.